Since Alex Summer is arriving now, I think it may be time to start. So is everyone comfortably situated? Boy, we got a warm day today, didn't we? So it's a great pleasure for me to welcome everyone to this afternoon's Community Cantorial Concert, featuring our scholars in residence, Cantors Herschel and Judy Fox, as well as representatives from the Winnipeg Cantorial community. As you know, this is the wind-up to the Rabbi Green Farewell Weekend. And I can't think of a better, more inspiring conclusion to what has been a perfectly glorious few days. I want to thank all those who have worked so hard to put this beautiful weekend together. Really, it's been the product, yes. It's been the product of a full-court press of Shaarey Zedek clergy, staff, volunteers, and of course today's participants. I want to give some special thanks to Cantors Herschel and Judy Fox for having come so far to add their considerable talents to this celebration. And also a very special thank you to Rabbi Anibal Mas, who organized today's program. And there's a man behind the proverbial curtain back there, Marvin Polanski, our sound engineer, who makes such a big difference whenever he works his acoustic magic. Thank you, Marvin. Cantor Herschel Fox began his career here in Winnipeg when he succeeded Cantor Benjamin Brownstone as the Chazan of the Talmud Torah Synagogue. After stints at Temple Shalom in Greenwich, Connecticut, and Temple Israel in Great Neck, New York, Cantor Fox has enjoyed a 37-year career as the beloved Chazan of Valley Beth Shalom in Encino, California. Cantor Judy Fox has performed in New York's leading nightclubs, theaters, and cabarets. Over the years, she's opened for comedians Rodney Dangerfield, Dave Barry, Jack Carter, and Jan Murray. She's also performed in the storied venues of New York's Catskill Mountains. And she says, "My grandfather was a chazan, and my great-grandfather was a rabbi. Cantorial music is just something that touches my heart." Cantor Fox has served as chazan of the Synagogue for the Performing Arts in Los Angeles for more than 20 years. And so I now want to present to you our MC for this afternoon's concert, Cantor Herschel Fox.
I haven't even started, and my wife is giving me directions on it. I didn't say one word. I'm just trying to make a pregnant pause. Die verstehst? You know, Hungarian women are very aggressive. My mother was a Polish lady. She did whatever my father said. I have the last word at home, but it's not what you think. It's anything you say, Judy. I'm going to start now, Judy. A wonderful couple in Brooklyn, the cradle of Jewish civilization, had a son who was a fine student. They would have been happy to have kept him at the yeshiva in Brooklyn, but he got a full scholarship to the University of Montana. I'm glad you laughed. It's the first time anybody laughed. That's good. For 3 months, they didn't hear from him. They were about to fly to Montana when a letter arrived from their son, Moshe. "My dear parents, I have fallen in love. My fiancée, Little Feather, is a wonderful girl. She's a Native American. Her father, Big Bear, is the chief of their tribe. I have moved to the reservation. I have also taken an Indian name. My name now, I am Running Deer, and will not accept letters addressed to Moshe." 2 days later, he receives a letter from his mother in Brooklyn. "Dear Running Deer, we are happy you have found love and are sure your bride is a lovely girl. To support you, your father and I have also taken Native American names. My name, I am now Sitting Shiva, and your father is now Chief Groise Big Tsuris. I didn't know how to introduce Cantor Anibal Mas, so that's how I started, okay? And I'll tell you, if you like my script, where are you sitting? I just saw you. You picked us up this morning. You were 20 minutes late. Rena wrote what I'm reading. English is my third language, but I'm going to do my best because I've heard Rabbi Anibal Mas speak English, so I'm not doing so badly. By the way, you know who gave me that line, Cantor Mas? Your mother-in-law was in the Winnipeg Boys Choir of Brownstone. 2 girls got in the choir. I don't know how. I don't mix into politics, so I'm continuing with the script. Rabbi Anibal Mas was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina. What a surprise. And developed his special interest in liturgical music while studying for his own bar mitzvah. Rabbi Mas has been with congregation Shaarey Zedek since August 2002. In 2003, as part of his installation as Shaarey Zedek's new cantor, Rabbi Mas had the opportunity and privilege of performing with Mayor Finkelstein, his favorite cantor. Following the experience, Rabbi Mas became an avid follower of Cantor Finkelstein's music and introduced many of his melodies and compositions to the Shabbat and high holiday services at congregation Shaarey Zedek. Accompanied by Rabbi Matthew Leibel and Jay Stoller, please welcome your own Rabbi Cantor Anibal Mas, who is going to sing Shalom Rav by Mayor Finkelstein. Take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Herschel. Hi. If I can have more in my ear, Marvin. And before I start, let me tell you a story. When I first met Herschel Fox, I was in a Cantors Convention in New York, and he saw my name tag, and he says, Anibal Mas, Winnipeg. And he starts speaking to me in Yiddish. And I said, I don't speak Yiddish. I said, what do you mean? You come from Winnipeg. I thought it was funny. I think everybody in Winnipeg speaks Yiddish, not me. So, okay, Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Ali Elam Sim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Yata Melech Adon, Lechon Shalom. Ki ata umelech Adon, lechol shalom. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. Al Israel Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov enecha levarech et Amcha Israel bechol עת ובכל שעה ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Elam Chasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Al Israel Am Chasim Leolam. Al Israel Am Chasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam, Tasim Leolam.
Bravo. Our next artist, we called him Lenny Udo. And I just loved him when we were kids. He sang folk songs better than anybody. And when I moved to New York to study chazonis and begin a new life, he was such a popular singer. He was in Toronto. He was everywhere. And I haven't seen him for a long time. And I'll tell you the truth, he even looks better than before. For over 6 decades of music making, Len has performed on concert stages at outdoor festivals, on radio, television, numerous recordings. In the last 5 years, he has recorded 3 collections of original works, Shabbat Shalom, Modeh Ani, and most recently, Spring Rain. Please welcome him, he's already on the stage, and cantor Tracy Kastner-Graves, who are going to sing for you one of his compositions, Elohai, from his album, Modeh Ani.
You weren't awake. Hersh has developed quite a persona over the years. I didn't realize. So I promised myself that I would say something to Rabbi Green on this special occasion at the end of all this fetting and celebration of his residency here. And so I wanted to thank Rabbi Green for, and I tried to tell him this on the Bima, for acting as a bridge between what was and now what is, and what we are becoming here in our little shtetl of Winnipeg. And I decided that I would go toward that expression that everyone used to use when I was a kid, is that your actions speak louder than your words. And I found out, having seen Rabbi Green in so many different facets of his rabbinate, that his words spoke volumes, much louder, much more than any action that I could think of. Because they inspired, and they offered us a chance to transform, not to change, but just to transform who we are. And then one day, Rabbi Green spoke about the fact that there's not much God language anymore in our lives. We might curse, we might call out, but the idea of God and as being something higher and transformative seems to have eluded us. I'm hoping not. I'm praying not. And so I offer this to Rabbi Green, to all of us. I'm going to give you the translation to what Tracy and I are going to offer to you. My God, Elohai, guard my speech from evil and my lips from deception. Before those who slander me, I will hold my tongue. I will practice humility. Open my heart to your Torah, that I may pursue your mitzvot. As for all who think evil of me, cancel their designs and frustrate their schemes. Act for your own sake, for the sake of your power, for the sake of your holiness, for the sake of your Torah, so that your loved ones may be rescued לשוני מרע.
ושפתיי מדבר מרמה.
ולמקללי נפשי תידום.
ונפשי כעפר כל תהיה.
You were terrific. I don't. His mother didn't think he was that good a singer. I thought he was terrific then and now. That was just beautiful. Thank you. A priest in a small town was called away for an emergency on a Sunday afternoon while he was about to hear confessions. Not wanting to leave the confessional unattended and having no one else to assist him, he called his elderly rabbi friend, a Yiddish-speaking rabbi from across the street, and asked him to cover for him in confession. The rabbi told him he wouldn't know what to do or say. So the priest told him, come over, and you stay with me a little bit, and I'll show you what to do. The rabbi dutifully came over. The rabbi and the priest were in the confessional working out the details. A few minutes later, a woman came in and said, Father, forgive me, for I have sinned. The priest asked, what did you do? The woman said, I committed adultery. The priest said, how many times? The woman said, 3 times. The priest said, say 2 Hail Marys, put $5 in the donation box, go and sin no more. A few minutes later, a man entered the confessional. He said, Father, forgive me, for I have sinned. The priest said, what did you do? The man said, I committed adultery. The priest said, how many times? The man said, 3 times. The priest says, say 2 Hail Marys, put $5 in the box, go and sin no more. The rabbi told the priest he thought he had understood the procedure, so the priest left. A few minutes later, another woman walks in and says, Father, forgive me, for I have sinned. The rabbi said to her, what did you do? The woman said, I committed adultery. The rabbi said, how many times? The woman said, once. The rabbi said, go do it 2 more times. We have a special this week, 3 for $5. God, I didn't think you'd be this kind of crowd, but I wanted to try one of that direction. It is no great surprise to many of you that Rabbi Alan Green has a wide and diverse love of music. He truly does. This includes a love of pieces by artists ranging from Leonard Cohen to Max Janowski. That's quite a difference. Today, we are fortunate that Richard Yaffe and Dr. Eric Vicker have prepared a special High Holidays inspired medley combining music by both Cohen and Janowski in honor of Rabbi Green. Richard was trained as a cantor by the late David Boroditsky, Olav HaSholom Zichrono Livrocha, whom I loved with all my heart, and has been performing Yiddish cantorial and theater music for over 40 years. I heard them rehearse this afternoon. It is so delicious, this number. Accompanist Dr. Eric Vicker is a well-known music figure here at the Shaarey Zedek, serving as a piano accompanist as well as substitute choir director on many occasions over the years. Please welcome Richard Yaffe and Dr. Eric Vicker, who are going to perform for us Who by Fire, Dance Me to the End of Love, and Avinu Malkeinu. Here they are.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so pleased to be here. You know, my longest conversations with Rabbi Green have been in the clergy car driving to and from the cemetery following a funeral. And the thing about that conversation is each of us has a captive audience. What I learned, though, over the years is that Rabbi Green exudes kindness and sensitivity, and as I know is the case with so many of you, I have been on the receiving end. I should also mention that we share a birthday, September the 14th. He's a few years older than I am. When Rabbi Mas invited me to sing, he mentioned, as I very well knew, that Rabbi Green loves the piece Who by Fire by Leonard Cohen. My first reaction was, that's perfect, a celebratory concert, and I will be singing a song from the depths of the Yom Kippur service. And Anibal was generous enough to allow us to put together a little medley, so instead of hearing one depressing song, you'll hear 3 depressing songs. All I could think of when he made the request was a friend of mine who, after I had sung at the Mamaloshen concert a few years ago, said, you know, Richard, you sang beautifully, but you always sing such sad songs. And of course, I thought immediately, this is, here we go again. And I knew that she'd be here because her son is now Rabbi Leibel, so. Fire, who by water, who in the sunshine, who in the nighttime, who by high ordeal, who by common trial, who in your merry, merry month of May, who by very slow decay, and who shall I say is calling? Tanz mir zu dein Schönheit mit der Fiedelhaupt verbrennt, mit der Zweigel bin ich eingenommen in deine Hand.
sei wie mein Deibel, sei wie mein Herr. Tanz mit mir zu der Ende, tanz mit mir zu der Ende, tanz mir zu der mit mir, tanz mir unser Leben on und tanz mir on a Tier in unser Liebe mir sein beide einig und verbind. Tanz mit mir zu der Ende, tanz mit mir zu der Ende, tanz. Avinu Malkeinu Shema Kolenu, Avinu Malkeinu Chatanu lefanecha, Avinu Malkeinu Chamol aleinu veyalol aleinu v'tapeinu. Avinu Malkeinu Kale dever v'cherev v'rav me'aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu Kale chol tzar umastin me'aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Kodveinu b'sefer Chaim Tovim. Avinu Malkeinu Kadesh Aleinu, Kadesh Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chadesh Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu, Koleinu, Shema Koleinu.
That was just beautiful. What an interesting set of combinations. I've seen you 4 times, and I've never seen one hair out of place. I don't know how you do it. This man looks like he just left Namac Barbershop on Selkirk. He just looked, and that's where he went. Leslie Emery has been with Congregation Shaarey Zedek since 1999. She began as a B'nai Mitzvah tutor and in 2004 expanded her role to leading the High Holy Day family services. Over the next 7 years, she took on additional responsibilities which have included leading morning minyan and Shabbos morning family services. She's been playing guitar for over 20 years, in addition to singing and writing songs for as long as she can remember. She's going to sing Gonna Get Through This World, a folk song by the Klezmatics. This song was first introduced to the High Holy Day Family Service and Alternative Service repertoire about 10 years ago. It highlights our efforts as Jewish people to grow into our best selves, a goal we have throughout the year and a source of reflection for us to focus on during the High Holy Days. Please welcome Leslie Emery, Rabbi Matthew Leibel, and African drumming specialist Jay Stoller.
Hi, everyone. Let's have some fun. And I'm gonna get through this world the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna get through this world, and I think I can, and I think I can. And I'm gonna work in this world the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna work in this world, and I think I can, and I think I can. I'm gonna get through this world the best I can, if I can. Gonna work in this world the best I can, if I can. I'm gonna get through this world the best I can. And I'm gonna walk in this world the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna walk in this world, and I think I can, and I think I can. And I'm gonna talk in this world the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna talk in this world, and I think I can, and I think I can. I'm gonna walk in this world the best I can, if I can. Gonna talk in this world the best I can, if I can. I'm gonna get through this world the best I can. Lie da die, lie da da die, lie da die, lie da da die, la da die, da da die, die die, la da die, da da die, die die, la da die, da da die, die die, lie da die, lie da da die, la da die, da da die, die die. And I'm gonna clean up this world the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna clean up this world, and I think I can, and I think I can. I'm gonna leave this world behind the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna leave this world behind, and I think I can, and I think I can. I'm gonna clean up this world the best I can, if I can. I'm gonna leave this world behind the best I can, if I can. Gonna get through this world the best I can. Lie da die, lie da da die, lie da die, lie da da die, la da die, da da die, die die, la da die, da da die, die die, la da die, da da die, die die,
Terrific songs, terrific singers, and it's going to only be a 4.5 show, 4.5 hour show. That's the first half. So I don't really need any notes about this next wonderful artist. He is one of the finest people I have ever met, kind, sweet. In all my life, I've known him for almost 70 years. In all my life, I have never seen or heard him say anything bad about anybody. He is one of the most courageous human beings I have ever met. And when I was growing up in Brownstone's choir at the Talmud Torah in Matheson, Archie Burkle sat on my left side, and Alan Bly's brother, Gary Bly, sat on my right side. From the age of 10 or 11, he was already a very wonderful chazan with that beautiful, sweet voice, inherited perhaps from his uncle, Cantor Rabbi Louis Burkle, who graced this pulpit for half a century. During his early years, Archie sang as a cantor in Detroit, Grand Forks, and now he's with Shir Tikva, a song of hope, ideally talking about him. Archie's going to sing for us Michamocha in a version by Martin Davidson that was first recorded by Dudu Fisher. Ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by Rabbi Matthew Leibel. I'm just looking over at you. You know, the kind of money you make here, you could have sprung for a pair of shoes and a tie. Rabbi Matthew Leibel, and please welcome Archie Burkle, the one and only.
Herschel, you're too good to me.
Michamocha, Bal Gevurot, Umidom Elach. Michamocha, Bal Gevurot, Umidom Elach. Yeshua, chamocha, mi chamocha, ba'al gevurot, umido melach. Mi chamocha, ba'al gevurot, umido melach. Melech, mi tu mechaye melech, mi tu mechaye melech, mi tu mechaye umatzmiach Yeshua. Mi chamacha, ba'al gevurot, umidah melach. Mi chamacha, ba'al gevurot, umidah melach.
Toda Rabbi lekulam.
He just reminded me, Arki, something about my brother. It's really nice to see my brother in shul. That's a surprise for me. Maybe 2-3 times since your bar mitzvah, but I don't want to say it in public, you know. Actually, my brother had a brief period, maybe 6 months, where he became very frum. He was like in his 19, 20, very religious for a little while. And so any girls he met, they weren't religious enough. So a friend of mine here in Winnipeg said, go see a friend of Herschel's, Cantor Ben Zion Miller in Borough Park, and you could meet a really religious girl. So Ben Zion introduced him. He was a shadchan part-time then, and a shoichet and a moil, because he had a part-time cantorial job, which he made maybe $20,000 a year. Phenomenal. So he he says to my brother, I want you to meet this girl. My brother says, look, is she frum? Frum, religious. Frum, what are you kidding? She's the great-granddaughter of the Kotzker Rebbe. That's how frum she is. He said, she have any money? Her father is the biggest trader on Wall Street, a very wealthy man. He says, how does she look? How does she look? If she wasn't frum, she would be Miss Israel. So my brother said, because he was religious at that point, he was very sneerstic, shy, modest, my brother. Not now. After that, he was a basketball player down the street here for 30 years, a coach. Everybody I saw yesterday in shul, oh, your brother was my coach. People who looked older than me said my brother was their coach. So so my brother says, but one thing, he says to Ben Zion, is she amorous? Ben Zion is from Borough Park. He said, I don't know what you mean. My brother said, in those private moments, is it a real joy? Leibel's sermon yesterday, is it a real joy to be here with her in the private moments? Ben Zion says, I don't know what you mean. My brother says, is she good in bed? So Ben Zion looks at him and says, I don't know. Some people say yes, some people say no. It wasn't on my program, but I know the kind of audience you are from the program. Okay. I heard these people singing this afternoon. Not only are they younger than me, but every single one of them sings better than I do. Even though the Shaarey Zedek quartet has been singing together for just a few years, it has become a fundamental part of the Shaarey Zedek family. I have another minute. You guys are standing there. I'll wrap it up quickly, okay? Soprano Sarah Summer is here, right? Bass John Anderson is here. And tenor Justin Odwack is an active performer, vocal instructor, and choral conductor. Great voice, young. I am so jealous of that man. I heard him singing this afternoon. He holds a Bachelor of Music in Voice and a Bachelor of Education in Choral Music from the University of Manitoba. He has performed as a soloist with numerous organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them. Here they are.
And Melissa Magarel.
Thank you, Justin.
I look after my people. Okay. Sim shalom, tova uvracha ba'olam, chen b'chesed verachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha. Sim, 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 shalom, tova uvracha ba'olam. Sim, 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 shalom, tova uvracha ba'olam. Chen b'chesed verachamim, chen b'chesed verachamim, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amecha. Sim, 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 shalom, tova uvracha ba'olam. Barachenu avinu kulanu kechad, be'or panecha. Ki ve'or panecha, ki ve'or panecha natata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Torat Chaim, Ve'ahavat Chesed, U'tzedaka u'veracha, verachamim ve'chaim ve'shalom, Shalom. Sim, 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 shalom, tova uvracha ba'olam. Sim, 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 shalom, tova uvracha ba'olam. Chen b'chesed verachamim, chen b'chesed verachamim, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amecha. Sim, 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 shalom, tova uvracha ba'olam. Barachenu avinu kulanu kechad, be'or panecha. Betov beinecha לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. לטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני
Were they terrific, huh? Bravo. I'm going to read my next intro about alto Mal Magarel. Is that correct? Yes.
That is.
Okay. Alto Mal Magarel has been a featured vocalist in the Shaarey Zedek choir and quartet. Were they upstairs? Were you guys upstairs or when you came down? Okay, here, okay. When not sharing her original tunes and soulful covers with cafe, cabaret, and club audiences. I don't know what that means, but I don't want to know. Mal also showcases, listen to this, her sensual chops, whatever that means, as half of acoustic duo Acoustic Soul, Winnipeg Nightlife Award nominees 2017, and gets the party started as a front woman for numerous wedding and event bands. Accompanied by Dr. Eric Vicker, a psychiatrist. Please welcome Justin Odweck, Sarah Summer, John Anderson, and Mal Magarel, who are going to sing. I've said that already. Sim Shalom.
Did that.
You did that.
Yeah, we
so
did that.
what am I supposed to do now? I didn't turn the page. Okay. But I think I did it better the second time around, to be honest. People are probably wondering, who is this special guest mentioned in the program? When Rabbi Annabelle Mas started to plan this concert, he got very excited at the opportunity to bring together all the Winnipeg Chazonim to honor Rabbi Alan Green. At the same time, he realized that unfortunately, there was one very important name missing from the list. Rabbi Louis Burkel, Zichrono Livrocho. Today, thanks to the magic of technology, Rabbi Louis Burkel's voice will sing again together with the Shaarey Zedek Quartet, wishing farewell to his friend and colleague, Rabbi Alan Green. Composed by Jack Garland, please welcome the voice, the saintly voice of Rabbi Louis Burkel, Zichrono Livrocho, together with the Shaarey Zedek Quartet, accompanied by Dr. Eric Vicker.
Modi, 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 Manachnu, Modi, Manachnu, Lach, Modi, Manachnu, Modi, Manachnu.
Shatohu Adonai Shem Elokeinu Ve'Elokei Avoteinu le'olam vayeh Moedim anachnu lo Tzor chayenu Mogei Yeshenu Atohu ledoevotoi Moedim anachnu lo
Modi, 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 Manachnu, Modi, Manachnu, Lach, Modi, Manachnu, Modi, Manachnu, Lach.
חיינו המסורים בידך על חיינו המסורים בידך דרכו נספתי לו שכו על חיינו המסורים בידך נוי דרכו ונספתי לו שכו על חיינו המסורים בידך נשמוי סיינו הביקודו יסלו ויאניסכו שבכל יום עמנו ויאנפלו יסכו וטוב יסכו שבכל
You were truly wonderful, and what a great moment for all of us to experience, I can only say it in Yiddish, a Yid was hat gehat a gewaltige neshama, a Jewish person who had the most wonderful soul. The late Rabbi Louis Burkle, for so many years, the chazan and much more of this great synagogue. Rabbi Matthew Leibel, I'm going to try to do this straight as I can. Rabbi Matthew Leibel joined Shaarey Zedek's clergy team in May 2004 as a chazan sheni, taking on a number of responsibilities for the congregation, including Torah reader. I heard him yesterday. He's an excellent, excellent Balkriya. B'nai Mitzvah teacher and keyboard accompanist for Shabbos services. From TSN 1290 to the Shaarey Zedek, Matthew balanced his life as a radio personality with a role at the synagogue for 6 years before joining Shaarey Zedek full-time to pursue his dream of becoming a rabbi. Please welcome Rabbi Matthew Leibel, a shy, calm, quiet person who is going to play and sing across the universe a song by the Beatles. What else? Rabbi Leibel dedicates this song about meditation to Rabbi Alan Green.
You're good, Herschel. You're very good.
Thank you very much. I'm after your job.
Why is it that everything you say ends like this? You'll never get my job, Herschel, never! Everything is so exciting. This is a real honor to be up here. I hope everyone can get a pretty good view. Every program always has that, you glance through the program and there's always that one name. You're like, it's a star-studded cast, but they needed to fill out the 2 hours. One of these names is not like the other. Let's not make Ron Paley feel bad about it, though, okay? And I'm going to deal with Richard Yaffe later, because usually I'm the only person who gets to joke about my mom. In shul of all places. Yeah, so, Rabbi, we were talking in the hall, and I said, I think there's going to be a lot of Jewish music at this event. Maybe there'd be something that you would like that's outside the realm. So, I can't remember what the first suggestion was, but I said, nah, not so good. And then he said, well, this would be a really good one if you did Across the Universe, because it's, it's all about meditation, and we're into that. If you didn't know, Rabbi Green and his wife, Chaya Green, are very into the... So we ran out of money in the budget for John Lennon, his voice, to come into the... We spent it all on Burkle. Which was worth it. It was a good call. It was a good call. Words are flying out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither while they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are flowing through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes that call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of earth are ringing through my open ears, inciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love which shines before me like a million suns that call me on and on across the universe. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Golden slumbers fill your eyes. Smiles await you when you rise. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva. Jai Thank you.
I'm making lighthearted comments about you, but I heard about you, and watching him yesterday, davening, doing incredibly original, unique Torah commentary, reading Torah, and he's good-looking, young, and talented too. So it was really a pleasure to meet you, truly was. This next performer is a true European chazan. Zoltán Jakal was born in Budapest, Hungary, and was formally trained in classical music and chazanas in Hungary and Israel. Following several concerts and cantorial positions in Budapest and Munich, Zoltán moved with his family to Winnipeg. Please welcome Cantor Zoltán Jakal and Dr. Eric Vickert to perform the classic Prayer for the State of Israel, composed by Saul Zim and sung by Tzahal and the Cantor of Israel and all over the world. We welcome Cantor Zoltán Jakal.
Good afternoon. It doesn't work. Good afternoon. It's really an honor to be here and to sing. But Herschel doesn't know that I can talk to his wife in our secret Hungarian language. And finally, I could practice a little bit because there are not many people here who talk Hungarian. So again, it's truly an honor, and I hope you will enjoy this piece.
Bezato
חזק, חזק, חזק את ידי מגיני ארץ קודשנו. ישוע, ישוע, ועטרת ניצחון, תיאטרם. חזק, חזק, חזק את ידי ראשיה, חזק את ידי שריה, ועטרת ניצחון, תיאטרם, תיאטרם. שלום, שלום בארץ, ושמחת עולם ליושביה. אבינו, אבינו, שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. אבינו, אבינו, שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. צור ישראל וגואלו.
What a magnificent voice and a magnificent rendition of the classic prayer for the state of Israel. Could somebody just check to put the piano back the way it was at the beginning? I would be grateful. I was given this by Rabbi Green, and I'm really surprised that he would even know any jokes in the genre that you seem to like so far. But I went backstage now because I had to clean up 2 or 3 lines, and you'll know where I did it. After 20 years of marriage, an older couple was lying in bed one evening when the wife felt her husband begin to, in ways he hadn't for quite some time. I'll speak in a lot of half sentences. It almost tickled as his fingers started at her neck and began working down past. He then caressed her shoulders and neck, slowly working his hands over her rib cage, stopping just over the lower stomach, and proceeded weiter and weiter, gently over her arms and the other side, just as the uppermost portion of her shoulder continued in the same manner on her right side, then suddenly stopped, rolled over, and started to watch television. As she had become quite interested by his, She asked in a voice, in a loving voice, "That was wonderful. Why did you stop?" And he said, "Because I found the remote." Which brings me to the next cantor that we're about to. This was a very lovely meeting for me this afternoon with our next cantor, Michael Eskin. Approximately a half a century ago, he and I were the High Holiday Chazonim when I was a young man at the Talmud Torah. He has an incredible resume. You would think he was a scientist. It's unbelievable. A native of Birmingham, England, studied voice at the Birmingham School of Music and in London with Benvenuto Finelli, principal tenor with Sadler Wells Opera. He studied cantorial music with his father, the late Reverend Joshua Eskin, and cantor Yosele Trabinowitz, and in London with cantor Joseph Malavani, who is now at the Fifth Avenue Synagogue in New York. Michael will be performing Jacob's Ladder, an original composition taken from his CD, mostly Genesis, with a little Exodus. Michael wrote the words and composed the music with his very talented son, Josh. It describes the dream that Yaakov Avinu had when he slept on a rock after running away from his family, particularly Esau. In the dream, a ladder appears, reaching up to the heavens, with angels going up and down. The chorus in this song is Sulam Aleichem, a ladder over you, followed by Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. It is through this dream that Hashem reconfirms the covenant made with Abraham and Isaac, that their descendants will inherit the land of Israel. Accompanying Michael will be the very talented duo of Kinsey Posen and Shayla Fink. I haven't seen you for a long time, Kinsey. Last time I saw you, you had much more hair, but I won't comment on that. A veteran Winnipeg bassist and a lover of Yiddish, he has worked in a variety of musical settings, from jazz to classical. Shayla Fink is a Winnipeg-based musician whose work includes being a co-founding member of the multi-Juno Award-nominated band Finjan, Canada's first and most celebrated klezmer group. Please welcome Michael Eskin, Kinsey Posen, and Shayla Fink to sing one of Michael's compositions, Jacob's Ladder.
Thank you very much, Hirsch. I don't remember when you were davening at the Talmud Torah that you were known for the descriptive introductions you gave today. But it was nice meeting you after quite a while. And the reason I chose this song, and it's not a Yiddish song because ich nicht sprechen Yiddish. It's not a folk song. It was really designed to provide a love of the Bible in a way that would interest and get young children involved. So they're all done in different modern idioms. And the last one was a rap that led me into a rap career that I had absolutely no intention of getting into. But essentially, this song predates the Balfour Declaration, which is only 100 years old, but really is probably the most significant of the dreams. Yes, there are a lot of dreams. Joseph had a dream and different dreams, but this was the definitive dream of when Jacob slept, and God reminded him that there is, of the promise he'd made to his forefathers, that Israel was going to be their inheritance. And this precedes the Balfour Declaration by a few thousand years. There is a chorus in this song, and if you want to hum along, and the way that it was done, Sulam Aleichem, Sulam is a ladder, and if you pronounce it Salam Aleichem, the Arabic for peace among you, there's a very interesting connection, and hopefully this song will bring peace between all peoples, and eventually Israel will truly live in peace with its neighbors, and that his neighbors would realize what great economic and benefits they would accrue from having Israel as a friendly neighbor. We all pray that there will be peace in our time. So, Jacob's ladder. Jacob slept and had a dream, a very strange one it would seem. A ladder standing on the ground, with angels climbing up and down. The heavens touching the top rung, with angels singing their sweet song. This ladder of divine design bring peace and blessings to mankind. Solam Aleichem, a ladder over you. Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. Above the ladder, God decreed, this place belonged to Jacob's seed. God would increase his worth, just like the dust upon the earth. East, west, north, and south he'd spread. Remember every word that said. This ladder of divine design bring peace and blessings to mankind. Solam Aleichem, a ladder over you. Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. God would care for his people first, wherever in the world dispersed. This promise would forever stay, till Jacob's seed returns one day, and Israel is again restored, as this land is their true reward. This ladder of divine design bring peace and blessings to mankind. Solam Aleichem, a ladder over you. Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. Jacob suddenly awoke and knew this dream was no joke. To honor this holy place, he set a stone in this space and called it Bethel, God's house, then journeyed on to find his spouse. This ladder of divine design bring peace and blessings to mankind. Solam Aleichem, a ladder over you. Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. Solam Aleichem, a ladder over you. Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. Peace be unto you. Peace be unto you.
Yashal kochacha, thank you so much. Now my real pleasure once again to call on Tracy Kastner Graves, who is entering her 14th year as cantor at Congregation Eitz Chaim. She studied voice extensively at the Conservatory of Music and Arts with the noted vocal instructor Diane Berger. At the age of 16, she began studying chazonis and Jewish music with various cantors and Jewish educators. Her formal training began in 2002 when she worked with the Cantors Assembly musical syllabus under the guidance of her longtime mentor, Cantor Sanford Cohen. Accompanist Jeffrey Dolovich has been a multi-instrumentalist in one form or another for over 40 years. Jeffrey's repertoire encompasses everything from Broadway musical to jazz, big band, rock, and pop. He is equally in his element, sitting behind a grand piano at the elegant Banff Springs Hotel or leading an impromptu ukulele party. Please welcome Cantor Tracy Graves and Jeff Dolovich.
If I knew he was going to read both of them out completely, I would have made them shorter, you know? So, you know, Rabbi Green, it's such an honor to be here today to honor you. If I think back to my beginning days at Beth Israel Synagogue as a little girl, maybe sitting on the bima next to you, I realize now, after many years, that you were one of my first teachers in inspiring me to realize that the power of music and song is more about how it feels, how it can make people feel, than really how it sounds. So it's with that intention that I present this song to you that I've been told is still one of your favorites. So here I am to sing it for you. Such an honor.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Beauty in the moonlight overthrew ya. Well, she tied you to the kitchen chair. She broke your throne and cut your hair, and from your lips she drew hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked the floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. But I've seen your flag on the Marble Arch. Our love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. Well, it's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
That was just beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. When I was growing up in the North End, every Pesach I would buy shoes at Oretsky's, and I always wondered, is there really a family or a person named Oretsky? And yesterday in shul at Kiddush, a lovely woman came up to me and said, I am an Oretsky. And so I met an Oretsky, and I can't help thinking once I went with my mother when I was little, she wanted to buy a tablecloth, which in Yiddish is a tishtach. And I remember a lady who was called Yvette, which is a French name, and my mother didn't speak English well, but she said to the lady, she tried to speak French, she said, combien d'argent, which means how much money, pour cette tishtach, how much money for this tablecloth? So the girl looks at her and says, pour cette tishtach, 40 cents francs, $45. So my mother said, 40 cents francs pour cette schmatte? And the lady looked at her and said, pour cette schmatte, ihr sollt leben, so lang wie der Tischtach het leben, das ist ein guter Tischtach. I just was covering, but the kids are here, so I'll continue. We now, formerly known as the Shaarey Zedek Junior Chazanim Group, Dor Chadash Youth Choir has been performing fun-filled and uplifting Jewish music for the last 8 years, conducted by Rabbi Ani Balmas. Please welcome the Dor Chadash Youth Choir, Rotem Efrati, Paige Gressman, Jericho Nazin, Stafford Mellon, Leah Pinkerton, Miriam Taylor-Pirogov, and Jana Sorano, who are going to sing and dance for us, Et Rikod, composed by Yitzi Waldner and Yaakov Shweki.
אבל הלילה, הלילה הזה, אבל הלילה הזה. לכל זמן ועת, לכל זמן ועת, את לאהוב, את לשנוא, את מלחמה, תהיה שלום. לכל זמן ועת, לכל זמן ועת, לאהוב, את לשנוא, מלחמה, כולנו פסים
Blick.
You were wonderful. Did you do the choreography also, Cantor? Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. My great pleasure to introduce the lady who is the cantor in Los Angeles of the Synagogue for the Performing Arts. My first wife, a wonderful singer, a great mother, and because the hour is late, I'll just call her up. The finest voice in all of Hungary and California, Judy Fox.
Hit it, Marvin.
Shalom, shalom, you'll find shalom, the nicest greeting you know. It means bonjour, salute, skål, twice as much as hello. Means a million lovely things like peace be yours, welcome home. And when you say goodbye, you say goodbye with shalom, fire, bum, da da do da dum, da do da do day. Bye, bye, boy, 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 boy.
Boy, 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 vergesst de Sorgen, lebt im Heim, lebt durch den Morgen, übermorgen geht mit Side bis Side. Jeder Tag vergesst de Sorgen, lebt im Heim, lebt durch den Morgen, übermorgen geht mit Side bis Side. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom, Shalom kenn ich Schat, keinem. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom. Sie wird sein Gift bei jedem einen, Leben sagt zufrieden. Sie wird sein Gift bei jedem, Shalom, Shalom, auf der ganzen Welt. La 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 jeder Nacht vergesst die Sorgen, lebt im Heim, lebt durch den Morgen, übermorgen geht bis Side bis Side. Jeder Nacht vergesst die Sorgen, lebt im Heim, lebt durch den Morgen, übermorgen Wogen geht mit Side by Side. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Oi! Ganz, ganz Hey! That was very good. The 1960s, she's got quite a voice, you know. You should hear her yell even better than that. In the 1960s, I took my little brother, Chaim, for a knee operation in the Mayo Clinic, and I was sitting in Minneapolis, and I saw Israel fighting on 6 fronts. The Yom Kippur, the 6-day war had broken out. And this song, A Prayer for Peace, became the most popular song there. Ron, Yerushalayim Shazam. Please sing with me the chorus or the verse. Ha'yirarim salul k'yayim Ha'reyach oranim Nisa beruach ha'arebayim Imekol pa'abonim Uvetardim atilan va'even Shvuya v'chaloma Hayira asher badad yoshevet Uveliba choma Yerusha V'shel hochet v'shelor Halor echor Shirayich Ai Kinor Yerushalayim Shel Zahav V'shel nechoshet v'shelor Halor echor Shirayich Ai Kinor Ach bevoi hayom Lashir elach Velach likshor ktanim Katonti mitzeir banayim U'me'achron המשוררים כי שמך צורב את השפתיים כנשיקת שרה אם אשכחך ירושלים אשר כולה זהב ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושנור הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך the olive trees that stand in silence upon the hills of time, to hear the shofar in the valley as days of evening it chime, the shofar sounding from the temple to call the world to prayer. The shepherd pauses in the valley, and peace, Halevayomin, is everywhere. Last time, Yerushalayim. V'shel nechoshet, v'shel or, halor echor, shirayich ani kinor, Yerushalayim shel zahav. V'shel nechoshet, v'shel or, halor echor, shirayich ani kinor, You know, I'm going to be honest. I thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm taking you to all my jobs. I'm taking you with me back to Los Angeles. The cantor is such a wonderful man. Don't care what his wife or his mother-in-law says about him, but I love Rabbi Mass. You know, but I'm kidding, Tzivi. I just know you, so I have to pick on you because you deserve it. Okay. So, wo je willen zoeken, Cantor Mass, he said, you know, look, you're both chazanim. Do a duet. I'm going to be honest. I don't like to do duets with my wife. She's a great singer, and she has a better voice than me. I don't care about that. But whenever we do a duet, she takes all the good parts for herself. This was recorded by Yossele Rosenblatt and Malofsky. I, of course, have the role of Malofsky. Oh, I forgot about Amar. No, go. Amar Rabbi Elazar.
Amar, Rabbi Elazar. Amar, Rabbi Hadina. Amar, Rabbi Elazar, Amar, Rabbi Hanina. Talmidei Chachamim, Marbim, Shalom Ba'olam. Shneimar, Amar, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Hanina. Shneimar. בכל בנייך לימודי השם ורב שלום בנייך עתיקרי בנייך Shalom, 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 shalom.
Whoa. Now that's a good voice, huh?
Thank you. By the way, he forgot to tell you that, yes, I'm his first wife, but I'm also your last wife.
Yes, right.
You don't know, but they don't know how we met.
I don't think they care. It's late in the afternoon.
But I have to share with them because you'd never think I'd end up with someone like Herschel. Every time we'd go out to eat something, he'd order everything with a K. Kasha, Kanishus, Krepelach, Kishke. If it didn't have a K, he'd give it a K. Chicken soup? But it's okay. It's okay. I was schlepping into Catskills, and he was singing on 2nd Avenue. Boy, 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 boy. He was singing Jewish jazz. We were very, very different, really, but somehow we learned to compromise. I don't know how. He touches my hair and messes it up, and I don't know what he does here. But we compromised. My Hungarian mother, may she rest in peace, taught our housekeeper, who's from, I think she's from Guatemala or something like that, how to cook, you know, because I loved Hungarian food. So we have our favorite dish, gedempte burrito tsimis.
I'll hear plenty about the fact that I messed up the order, believe me, you know. But that Amar Rabbi Elazar was terrific. I was just so anxious to sing the duet with her.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. You heard the instructions or the description of the number before. So Avinu Malkeinu, Yosel Rosenblatt, and Shmuel Malofsky. Run.
Avinu Malkeinu, Malkeinu.
Avinu Malkeinu.
Avinu Malkeinu.
Avinu Malkeinu. Gala Kivoi.
Gale Kavod. Gale Kavod. Gale He still doesn't know the number. I know the number.
Your part, I forgot.
Now.
terrific, you know. So I spent my childhood years growing up here. I'm not going to do a long speech, but it was the most wonderful place in the world, I think, to grow up. We didn't have any money, but we had everything else. In North Winnipeg, my parents were survivors of Hitler. They came in 49. I was 4 years old. I was born May 6th, 45. Yesterday was the anniversary, 60th anniversary of my bar mitzvah Shabbos. So nobody knows how much I enjoyed just being here and having 2 kids. And my wife is in the back, a Hungarian wife who tells me what to do. But everything in my life has been very special. And so I remember the wonderful play shows in the Playhouse when the Yiddish actors would come. And my favorite Yiddish song that they did was, "Where Can I Go, Wie Hin Soll Ich Gehen?" which needs no editorial comment. I'll do 2 verses, first one in English, then in Yiddish, and then the one that was added when Israel became a state. Is Ron Paley terrific, you know? No. I know him for many, many, many years. He's Polish, but about 5 generations back, he had to have a Jewish grandfather because he plays Jewish music with such affinity. That's how Rabbi always talks. With affinity he plays. So Ron, D minor, Wie Hin Soll Ich Gehen. Tell me where can I go? There's no place I can see. Where to go, where to go? Every door is closed for me. To the left, to the right, it's the same in every land. There is nowhere to go, and it's me who should know. Won't you please, please understand? Wie hin soll ich gehen? Wer kann entfernen mich? Bitte gehen, bitte gehen. Es ist verschlossen, verschlossen, jede Tür. Zieh auf rechts, zieh auf links. Und das euch in jedem Land. Wie hin juckt man mich, sucht man mir, ich soll gehen. Wie hin soll ich gehen. In 1949, Leo Fuld, who sang this song all over the world, answered it. Now I know where to go, where my folks proudly stand. Let me go to Israel, my precious land. No more left, no more right. Lift my head and see the light. I am proud, can't you see? For at last, my people are free. No more wandering, no more wandering. Thank you so much. Ron Paley at the piano. You're such a wonderful audience. And we're going to close just the way we did on Thursday. We'll do it for a minute or two, or a minute and a half if you sing well. Here's your part, very simple. This was, I didn't prepare a script to talk about you. Almost 30 years ago, Rabbi Green was in my home with our dear friend Archie Burkle, who was visiting me. I didn't charge him a penny for the week for the hotel. And we were talking, and he said, I'm talking to a congregation in Winnipeg. And I know you're from Winnipeg. What would you recommend? Do you think I should take the job? And I said, oh, God, you will never be with nicer, more caring Jewish people. And my wife is rich. I can tell the truth. I was telling the truth. And then he said, just the other day we were reading in the book, and he said that he couldn't have made a better decision. So not because of me he came, but I had something to do with it, I think. So all I can say, and I'm going to say this is my last sentence, you know very well, Rabbi Green, words that go out of a person's heart go into a person's heart. And all these years that your words so beautifully and sensitively and kindly went into all of everybody's hearts here and numerous hundreds and hundreds of other Jews, now our words are going, we hope, into your heart. And therefore, we're going to sing. Here's your part, ladies and gentlemen. Listen carefully. You got it? Take a breath, sit up straight. We'll bring you in. Judy, you start. Yerushalayim. You take the melody. I'll do the harmony. Watch this. Ready, sit up, and we're going into rhythm. You said it. Yishama, Be'arei Yehuda. Bechutzot, bechutzot, Yerushalayim. One more time. Yishama, Be'arei Yehuda. Bechutzot, bechutzot, Yerushalayim. Everybody, sing with us. Come on. Kol sason ve'kol simcha, kol chatan ve'kol kala. Kol sason ve'kol simcha, kol chatan ve'kol lay 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 lay. One more time and sason ve'kol simcha, kol chatan ve'kol kala. Kol sason ve'kol simcha, kol chatan ve'kol kala. Shalom. Judy Fox, John Paley at the piano. You were terrific. Thanks, Rod. Okay, so I am now going to invite all the performers that you saw, and we are going to join together in a number that Rabbi Mass made us learn. It's a very interesting Hine Matov U'Manayim, and I counted Hine Matov U'Manayim is mentioned 81 times. So if you didn't know this song at the beginning, you will know it at the end. It's not Hine Matov U'Manayim. Right, it's not that. It's not Hine Matov. It's not that. Okay, so we're almost ready. I enjoyed being with you so much. I'm 73 next week. I'm going to be, I know I look 71, 72, but I'm going to be 73 next week. And when I retire in about 20 years and I pay off my daughter's tuition at Brandeis University, I'm moving back, and this time I'm moving to the South End. Have a great night.
יחד, הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד. מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבט אחים יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבט אחים יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, אוי 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 שבט אחים גם יחד, שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, אוי 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 שבט אחים גם יחד, שבט אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבט אחים יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבט אחים יחד, שבט אחים גם יחד, שבט אחים גם יחד.
הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד,
הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב היו מנעים שבט אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, אוי 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 שבט אחים גם יחד, שבט אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב